We're just millions of people in our heads about how we're not good enough for everyone around us when everyone else is thinking the same thing. Connectedness. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing right now, I'm guessing that your ultimate goal is connectedness. Connectedness, community, togetherness. Try and get that. For every single person you know, what we really want underneath it all is to be connected to people. To be loved, to be seen, to be felt. And we do so much running around trying to get there, even though when you slow down, people are all around you and they're looking for you too. They really are. We treat other people like tigers. We treat other people like they're better than us when, they're worried about seeming boring and unattractive. Or we treat other people like they're geniuses when they're in their heads about how unintelligent they are. We think people are so smooth and charismatic, but they're anxious about how awkward and lame they feel. The point is, we live so much in our ideas about people, so much in this fantasy world of what they think and am I good enough for them and do I fit in here, that we just kind of float away from each other. So we're floating and disconnected. We live separated, right? Imagining what other people are thinking instead of just sharing and asking and saying what's actually on your mind. Connectedness is what every single person wants. So all this stuff, this partying, social media, going away to college, self-improvement, playing Quidditch, finding a career, working out. The point is really connectedness and belonging. But we totally forget about that. We think it's about the job. We think it's about the grade, the money, the recognition, the status, the likes, the resume, the position, the bank account, about X or Y. We're just circling around the edge of what actually makes us feel alive and joyful. So we entertain ourselves with games and booze and gossip and novelty, and we seduce our minds with sugar and sex and Candy Crush. Everything we do to try and fill that gap, that fear of not fitting in, the fear of being different, the fear of being rejected, and the fear that there's really something wrong with me, and someday everyone's just gonna find out. All this stuff we do trying to prove that we're good enough, but we're chasing our tails because you're already good enough. Everyone's real goal is connectedness, and you're already good enough for that. There's just that voice in there that says you're not, and that's the lie. The good news is that connectedness is almost always available if you share and you ask. If you're afraid to ask, you may never find this out, and you might be living in your head when really people are waiting there for you, waiting to get connected. Everyone has that little voice, right, that says they have nothing going for them. So we're just millions of people in our heads about how we're not good enough for everyone around us when everyone else is thinking the same thing. So what would it look like to ask for help? What would it look like to share with someone the ways that you're feeling disconnected and how badly you feel like you want to belong? What if you were 100% real and honest and asked for what you needed? What if you shared that with someone you see regularly but have never had a real relationship with? Can you feel the fear tickling? Of course it is. It'll always be there. But if you come from a space of love, a space of support and kindness, try to get that this is literally what every single person wants. Even the people who seem out of your league, even the people who are doing these big things, but without someone taking action, we might just keep circling around it and avoiding taking that leap of reaching out to someone, pretending that we're all good. We can spend our whole lives pretending that we're all good. What if we stopped pretending everything was okay and we started getting connected?